That's up. Alright, so what happened the last time is that you guys, after capturing one of the red brands, you interrogated him, you didn't like him, so, and after hearing a few words, Phelan ended up stabbing him. Well, trying to stab him, but then in the end, throwing back and got his hands around him and snapped his neck. Oh, actually, no, he snatched it into the ground, crushing his skull.
Well,
And that was Yep, and that was the end of the advance guard. Then you guys roused up the crowd, got in a fight with the town, the mayor of the town, and then you decided to go into the cave. Once you guys are in the cave, you guys decide not to really explore and ignore the pond, perfect for the freaking frog. And then you guys heard some sound and decided to go through another door to try and avoid whatever's coming out of that door. But you guys ended up falling for the trap. Then you started making some ruckus, and whoever wasn't outside the door noticed. You guys were preoccupied trying to save those who fell into the pit trap.
Me!
And me. Always check the room.
Preoccupied or trying to get them out before the shit hits the fan?
Yeah, good point. They probably knew she was coming.
Well, you guys just saw the trap, and then you guys never said anything about being ready.
Okay,
so.
fair enough. Yep.
Then the guys tried to sneak in. Anyways, in the end they got the jump on you, but you guys ended up dealing with them quite swiftly in the end. Phelan flying, throwing daggers across the pit.
Throwing Bear surfing one to his death.
But when Phelan emerged from the pit by Thagash throwing her up, you got most of you ended up seeing her horns, all but Thagash and
Alexia.
Were the only ones who did not see because they were preoccupied.
See what?
Oh, so I did actually see a horn.
Yep. Yeah, because you were holding the rope at the time.
Okay, cool. I thought I was already back turned fighting the dude at the time.
No, you ended up dodging, and you said, like, do you want to hold onto the rope? And you said, yeah, so you were holding onto the rope.
Cool.
The entire time, so I'm guessing you were looking back and forth, trying to help and dodge him at the same time. Which would be pretty hard, but you ended up doing it, taking some considerable damage.
Yeah. So the least.
Poor guy nearly died.
Yeah.
Totally tanked it.
And then after all that, you guys ended up having a private conversation where Phelan got to see Alexia talk.
So I know everything Alexia...
101.
Unfortunately, Ren had his back turned, so Phelan couldn't make out what he was saying.
Unfortunately, I think you mean fortunate.
Yeah, unfortunately,
Well,
Phelan.
It may have roused some suspicions based on Sandy's responses, because I was making assumptions to fill in the blanks.
And that's where we left off.
We're throwing rocks.
And Throwing Bear sort of, told Phelan that he didn't care that she had horns. It didn't bother him at all. Wasn't going to say anything. Had nothing to do with him.
And Thagash and Throwing Bear were throwing pebbles at each other.
Yes.
Oh yeah, you guys had the whole throwing pedal thing towards the end.
Yeah,
across the picture. I thought you guys were kidding around with that.
And Thagash went to throw them at me, but Throwing Bear put a stop to that.
Yes.
Yep. You end up stopping Thagash's childish tantrum.
Tantrum, all that fun. He started that.
Actually, no. Throwing Bear didn't start that one. That was entirely Thagash.
Thagash started it.
What? Nah, you sat down on the edge of the thing and threw a rock at me. I remember. I started the last one.
No, you started this one as well.
It doesn't matter who started it. Can we get to the roleplay bit?
Yeah.
Alright, Scott. Sorry, ready?
So, I guess I would probably try to wait until we were leaving the room and pull Phelan to the side so that it's just us two.
Yeah.
So yeah, look, I don't know if we would be trying to short rest or do anything in between, but yeah, that's my goal is pull feeling aside as we're leaving this room and be
Well,
like,
there's
"Feeling,
only two ways. You got the double doors you guys haven't explored, and you got the room that you were in previously.
And we were
Yeah,
going to go through to where we hadn't explored, so I think the best thing would be to just have the conversation in the room. And not.
I mean, you can ask her to put if you can have a word with her, but I mean, you have to get across the hall.
Well, yeah, I'm still over the side of the hole, and you're good at acrobatics, so I ask you to come over if possible.
There was the ledge you could walk across on either
Yeah.
side of the pit trap.
You want to talk to me?
Yeah. I was thinking
you
we
want-
needed jump.
If you want to talk to me, you can come over here and talk to me in front of Throwing Bear. He's got my back.
Yeah, I won't worry about check with this. You guys, I mean, otherwise you guys are gonna have to log on. Let's just get this
Okay,
role playing rolling.
Yeah, so I wander across the ledge and be like, well, fine, I wanted to do this in private, but you can't go around killing people because they start talking. I could have diffused the situation if you wanted me to get him to stop talking, but everyone has skeletons in their closet. That doesn't make it okay for you to just needlessly murder people.
If you knew, you would agree with me.
Can we all hear this since you're in the room?
Are you and I'm assuming Phelan and Ren are whispering and keeping this low key, right? To try and
Well,
keep.
no. After she didn't want to speak in private, I'm just talking about it.
So I guess if you're trying to listen in, you're listening. Otherwise, if you're trying to just look at your wounds, I'm guessing you're looking at your wounds.
I'm listening.
Of course you are.
So you see Alexia just kind of stare across the hall, just trying to looking at your conversation going on.
No, I'm not looking. I'm sort of go closer to where they are and lean against the wall and look at my nails and pick out some dirt from under
There's a
them.
hole across, guys.
While leaning your ear closer and closer to the point where you're just about to fall over before you catch yourself. Yep.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, I can see
Those-
Alexi doing that.
Those elfies, they pick up everything.
Ah, bloody satellites.
They're big for a reason.
And Throwing Bear's just leaning against the wall, like trying not to be involved in the conversation.
Hey,
Don't
Phelan
mind
obviously
me.
wanted you there.
Yeah, I wanted to be there, but didn't necessarily want
True.
me involved in the conversation.
True.
Can I just keep throwing pebbles at with Throwing Bear? Pass the time.
So, yeah.
Sure,
Is there any
you
response from Phelan?
Yeah, if you knew, you'd agree with me.
Okay, well, we don't know. Rather than taking it upon yourselves, like, at this point, we're all a group, so anything you do reflects on not just yourself, but all of us. At least run it by us.
There wasn't time.
Make time. Knock him out. We can take him elsewhere and question him if you don't want it. Him spilling the beans in, like, you know, the public streets or whatever.
I get what you're trying to say, Rennie, but unless you're in my head, don't judge my actions.
Well, I can only judge your actions by what I see, so you
Sure.
need to communicate with the party, not just take it upon yourself.
I lift
All
my
the same.
finger like I'm about to interject and then drop it back down and just stand there again.
I look at you curiously, and then I turn back to Rennie and say, "Look, I'm not ready to tell you. You will find out
I
when it's,
gather that.
when
As I
it's
said,
time. However, if you knew, you would understand."
Throwing Bear kind of very nods in a very small way, like.
As I said, everyone has skeletons in their closet. You don't need to air those skeletons, but
Rennie,
you
Rennie.
need to not bring the party down with your action. Find an alternate route. You don't have to tell us, but I'd like to think that eventually, if we keep working together, you'll be able to trust all of us enough to let us
Rennie?
know what's going on.
just trust me when I say it wasn't a pointless death.
At this point, I get a bit annoyed and walk up to the group and say, Look, you guys aren't hiding it, so I'm not going to hide that I was overhearing everything. But we are a team, and Rennie was right in the way that there was many, many other ways to silence him. As much as I'd love to know what you have hiding and whether it's any threat to us, you cannot bring the rest of us down and what's be detriment if you just because of whims of you think might happen.
At that, I look between the two and or before previous, and I say I agree with Alexia, but we also don't know if this person seemed to know Elon personally, so we don't know the story yet. I'd like to think that moving forward, that in the future maybe we work on the communication thing.
Yes, but you can understand that we don't know, and there may have been a good reason, but we can only judge what we see by the actions we see, not the actions we hear about.
Yeah.
Getting annoyed, Phelan takes off her cloak, revealing her horns, her ears, her pure black eyes, and she just says, "Please don't throw me off like that," and just says, "I grew up being taken advantage of. Just know that it wasn't a pointless death." And I could put my cloak back on.
How can we believe you when you are demon ancestry?
That's why
How
I was
are we to that your friend or foe?
How do we know that anyone
around
is friend or foe? You don't.
Especially when you go around killing people.
There is often a reason for the task at hand. It may not be popular, but it happens.
So we just go around killing people just because we think that's what's best.
Hold up 1 second. Sandy, what race are you again?
I'm elf. High elf.
Jason, there was conflict between humans and elves at one point, wasn't there?
Maybe. A long time ago.
Yeah.
So
So
I'll have to check my handbook.
I
I'm
think
pretty
there's been
sure
conflict
there is,
between
like-
most races at one point or another.
Yeah, in D&D lore, I'm pretty sure there is, but so I would say the race shouldn't matter. Like, just because she has demon in her blood, humans and elves once upon a time didn't get along. Yet I feel that I could call you allies. So why should we not be able to call Phelan an ally? I just wish that we would be able to air these grievances and be able to discuss what is best for everyone.
In my teachings, I have learned of these devil worshippers and the reputation they have gotten of being chaotically evil, and I just don't see us a tiefling of all races to be good. How can I trust that?
I think it would be wise to not judge everyone by what's written in a book.
I feeling a little overwhelmed, inadvertently cast my cantrip, and the ground begins to shake.
Alarm! Alarm!
And I just,
You let him through the dungeon now.
and I look at Alexia, and I just say, "You blame me for something I have no control over. I was found as a baby, surrounded by wolves, and supposedly saved by, I don't even want to call them people, who then took advantage of me and used me for their own good. I finally escaped, thinking I was finally going to get enough money to get away from this place, when this fucking little no-name Redbrand decides that he's going to bring up my past and potentially bring those people back into my life. I don't want that. Thank you very much." And I storm off.
Oh, okay.
Oh, and the ground stopped shaking as I storm off.
I kind of just stand there a bit like, Okay. What just
As-
happened?
As you're saying that, I just like nod a little bit, looking sheepishly, and sort of like averting my eyes towards the ground. And yeah, like, have you actually stormed off?
Yes.
But
I mean, you're against a door and a hole, so.
yeah, I don't think we could really storm off without sort of diving
Okay.
into what happens
Alright.
next.
I mean, like, Thagash and Alexia kind of on the other side
Okay,
of the
I
hole.
go in.
Trust
I go
you
in.
guys.
I go and sit against the wall with my knees up against my chest and my head in my knees.
Man, this is funny. You guys having a back and forth over this hole.
So yeah, look, at this point, I'll walk over, not super close, but I'll walk over and I'll say, I appreciate you telling us this. By the way, being a tiefling means nothing to me. I could not care less. I appreciate you confiding it in all of it. And I walk
not like-
away.
It's not like I had a choice. I spit after you.
Alright, I guess I sit down and start resting if that's the plan, and that's the end of what I wanted to say.
Yeah, I think we were going to take a short rest and go to the next room.
I mean, Rennie just took a health potion last. I mean, you can
Oh,
take
yeah.
that back. You guys want to
No.
do that and just have a short
No,
rest?
we already. I think we already did the short rest because we all like used our hit die and stuff. So let's just assume that this happened before that.
You guys had a short rest in town, yes, but I'm not sure if you all used your hit die or not.
Yeah,
Yeah, we used the hit die in town, but we haven't
Yeah,
had a
but
short
yeah.
rest in the dungeon.
Yeah, but you guys all have 2 hit die now, so.
Yeah, yeah.
No, I used both my hit die.
Yeah, you got
die.
badly
That's
messed up
it.
in the town,
Yeah.
didn't you?
No,
Okay.
And actually, I'm feeling you're fine. I mean, you only lost
Yeah.
like 2 hit.
yeah, because I had to use both my hit die to get that back up. So
Okay, no, what the hell? I'm on 16.
Yeah, because you used the potion.
Yeah.
I think I still have most of my health points because I spent most of that
Right.
time in the hole.
Sorry, can I interrupt? I really need to do this assignment, so am I good to go now?
Yeah, I think you're
Okay.
pretty good.
Alright,
Alright, thanks for sticking around, Sandy. See ya.
Thank you.
all good.
Yes,
Bye.
Anna.